back, so I guess we'll just. So Phil, don't leave. So we want Phil to talk to you for a minute or two. He's our VP of Education, and we have several exciting classes coming up. So Phil, why don't you tell us about them?
All right. I'm going to need that.
Yes.
Hi, how is everybody today? Is everyone awake? Are we serving coffee?
Yeah.
Let's try that again. How is everybody today? Thumbs up. That's what I was hoping for. Well, we are very excited. This is the first time we're offering a brand new certification. Certified in Logistics, Transportation, and Distribution. Now, why am I so excited about that? Well, a little lesson for you. If you don't already know, there are 5 modes of transportation. 5 modes. Air, water, rail, roads, and pipelines. Here in the Inland Empire, we have coming together of all 5 of them. If you think about the infrastructure of the Inland Empire, we have airports that are strong in logistics and small packages as well as large packages. We have lots of roads, and we see an awful lot of semi-trucks coming through here. We have 2 major multimodal rail excuse me.
You're making it.
Rail terminals, and we also have a direct connection to the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach. So we are really sitting in the catbird seat. And in addition to that, we have what John Husing, our local economist, calls cheap dirt. So when companies need a warehouse and they need to buy a lot of land to build a big warehouse, we're the place to be. So within this new certification, we're talking about logistics planning, we're talking about how to create a network, talk about distribution planning, as well as a little bit about demand planning and management as to go along with it. Excuse me. We're offering the first class at the end of January, and it will be in Corona, which is a nice centralized location we found. So if any of you are interested in learning more about the logistics, transportation, and distribution world, or if you have colleagues or employees that would need more information about that, please consider us and our brand new certification. In addition to that, we have not 1, not 2, but 3 CPIM review classes starting up. In early January, we're starting with the first module, Basics of Supply Chain Management. On November 8th, we're doing the second module, which is Master Planning of Resources. And on November 9th, on Wednesday nights, we're doing the third module, Detailed Scheduling and Planning. So wherever you are in your journey towards CPIM, or wherever you'd like to start your journey, we can provide those opportunities for you. If you're interested in the second 2 classes, please sign up this weekend, because I need time to buy the books. So I want to make sure I get all the supplies for you. In addition to that, we also are offering the Certified Supply Chain Professional Review courses. That's a nice certification because it's a 40-hour class and just 1 exam. So it seems to be faster and easier for people who are looking for certifications, and especially the knowledge that you gain from earning those certifications. That class starts in the second quarter of next year. We haven't set a specific date. Kind of waiting to see how quickly we can fill the class before we set to start it. So please look at our website, www.apix-ie.org, apixie.org. And see when the classes are coming up. There will be links there to register for classes and to get more information. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, and I'd like to add to what Phil said. If you're interested in CPIM, the 3 modules he was talking about is like the fundamentals, and it gives you an excellent like body of knowledge and vocabulary. I am a consultant, and I work with a lot of different companies, and I've met some really highly talented people that if they just had the right words to use could be so much more successful because people would listen to them. One in particular actually took the class and said, wow, when I came back from class, people started listening to me because it was just using different words. But she knew what she was doing all along because it was obvious to me. But anyway, it can be very helpful. And on the CPIM certificate, you can take them in any order you want to. So feel free to join in on the ones we have starting in November. The only one that you should take in the beginning, if you don't have much experience, is the basics of supply chain management. After that, you can take whichever one in whatever order you want. So we'd love to have you sign up. So all right, so actually, I'd love to know is, how about the people who are certified stand up? We'd like to give you a round of applause. Who's certified here? Awesome. So now what we need to do is get you guys to get your colleagues there to stand up with you. But no, that's pretty good. We had like almost half the room stand up that are certified. So I have to tell you, I get calls from recruiters all the time. They're all interested in who has these certifications because it's very popular in the HR and recruitment circles. So from that point of view, but I personally think it's the knowledge that's really more important. So, all right, so let's go on to our student leaders. I'm going to kick us off, and I want to make sure that we recognize our students in the area, and then I'm going to turn it over to Ellen Kane to talk about our student case competition. And we have a raffle going today too, so we're going to talk to that. However, since it just occurred to me, and it does relate to students because he's been extremely supportive, I would like to bring up Jerry Gonzalez for a minute here because he's our district manager for APIX, which covers Southern California, Nevada, Mexico, Arizona, and I'd love for you to say a word or two, and we want to thank you for coming. And so come on up.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. As always, it's a pleasure to be here in the symposium. I think this is a great event, and glad to see that many people here. Make sure that you tell your peers and friends to come over for the next symposium in May 6th and continue doing it. I've been coming to the symposiums for probably 3-4 years.
Really.
Yeah, and it's always wonderful. Great panelists. About the district, like Lisa said, we have APIX is divided by different districts. We have Northeast, Great Lakes, Terra Grande, Pacific Western, and we have in the Southwest District, we have chapters from Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, and Southern California. And one of the things that we do at the district is trying to help the different chapters in their development and helping to the chapters in a way that they can provide services to the community and to the APIX members in general as this. Another thing that the district does is student case competition, in which students from different universities come into the event. They're given a case study through a simulation called the Fresh Connection, and they try to resolve a situation that would improve the return of investment. We have been doing this competition for 10 years now, very successful. Lisa and Ellen Kane are leaders of this competition. You guys have been doing a wonderful, wonderful work with this. The next competition is in February, and I would encourage all the students that are here to contact us, Ellen, and get more information on the competition. The teams that wins is going to be sent to the international competition next year that is going to be in San Antonio, Texas, for a final round. It's really, really great. I mean, when you go look at the students and the presentations that they do and how they work and they do, it's incredible. So we know that with students like those, the future supply chain is going to be in good hands. So I encourage you to do that. And thank you for having me here, and hope to talk to some of you later. Thanks.
Thank you, Jerry, for all your support of Apex Inland Empire. So I'd like to bring up the Cal Poly president, the student chair, and the vice president of the chapter, if you're here. I know a few of you are. And so that we can take pictures. And I also have pad folios for you. Without our students, we would have no future. So we are really excited that in the Inland Empire we have a lot of different affiliations, and we have 2 official student chapters, Cal Poly Pomona and Cal State San Bernardino. And we have many potential student chapters, and I know we have students here from the Drucker School, we have students here from Pomona College, we have students from Norco College, which is one of the premier logistics colleges in the area. And we have students from, I'm missing one, UCR, yes, thank you, and Harvey Mudd. So we would love to have you join us as a student chapter and join us in the Student Case competition, and Ellen will tell us more about that in a minute. So actually, why don't we start with Cal Poly Pomona, since they're the ones that are featured on the board. The Cal Poly Pomona students, why don't you all stand up, and the student leaders come on up, and I have some pad folios for you. By the way, what year was it? In 2015, Cal Poly Pomona won the Student Case competition in the West Coast, so I was pretty excited. So we have Manuel Rivera, Dennis, is that right? I want to make sure I said it right. Dennis Schmuck and Tiffany Cow. So I'll come and take pictures and. Oops. All right.
And fireside is probably good. Exactly. I may have you guys scoot over that way. No, the other way. Exactly. Just stand back just a little bit.
It's like a valley. 2 mountains and a valley.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, excellent.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so we're very supportive of our students here. Now, next, I know we're in the final throes here. I think we've convinced J.C. Murphy to be our student president for the fall semester here. So, J.C., why don't you come up? And then our Cal State San Bernardino team, go ahead and stand up, because we'd love to give you a round of applause. We have a... Thank you. Here you go.
Good. Right here. Good. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, and they actually competed every year too in the student case competition and have done really well, so it's quite exciting. All right, so what's next? Okay, I got it. He's got to turn it back on. All right, well, so I thought while I'm going to introduce Ellen, that this kind of leads us into the student case competition and how you can help us today support our students. So I'd like to, well, hopefully we'll be able to show you pictures shortly of our Cal State San Bernardino and our Cal Poly Pomona teams from this last year at our Student Case competition. They both did fabulously. Really, it's a really good, it's really quite amazing. When you go to these competitions, like I said, I'm not really a morning person, and I do lead them with Ellen's help. Without her, I would definitely not be able to do it. So I have to wake up early that day too. And I'm always thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I really want to do this. But then when I get to the competition and I see all the students and what they have to say, it's just amazing. I mean, you know, I would hire them in a heartbeat. So these are our teams that you'll see featured up here. And I would like to bring up Ellen Kane. Ellen Kane is she's my co-chair for the Student Case competitions for the West Coast. We have built it from 2 teams, I think it was, or 2 schools, 3 teams maybe, 10 years ago, to we have actually a global, I mean, it's a West Coast Student Case competition, but we have students coming from all over the U.S., from Texas,